So before we start with any kind of machining processes, it's worth taking a look at what the actual necessary setup is going to be for being able to program toolpaths for 3D scanning. And obviously the first thing is to actually incorporate the replacement for what would normally be a spindle in Machine Maker. And in this instance, what I've gone and done is I've gone and modeled a copy of the 3D scanner that I'll be using along with the holder that I designed for it, and I've set that up as the end effector, as evidenced here. Obviously, when you do this, you're going to need to be super careful about how you set your calibration, because the last thing you want to do is break an otherwise expensive 3D scanner using an even more expensive robot, because that would be awkward all round, really. The other thing that I will emphasize with this incredibly highly is you really need to be on top of your collision detection for exactly that reason. So, in order to set up a 3D scanner end effector, what I have done is, after importing and fitting and setting the TCP, I went into the model designation, and having set up the base, I then set the type to custom. Now, if you click on the type option here, typically it starts out as a mill tool, but as you can see here, there are many different types of tools available here. But custom allows you to set the configuration using this ellipsis here. And in doing so, I went all the way to the bottom and I chose painting. Now, ENCY has got a rather good set of painting tools. You will need to check your license to make sure that you've definitely got this applied. You can make do with using a custom milling operation for this. We will go into that around the last lesson of the video just to cover it, to make sure that people know what they can do. But for the moment, I'm going to stick with painting because I know that this works. So, beyond that, there are no particularly special setups here. With the collision detection setup, though, it is something that is absolutely worth doing and can be found under the assembly settings and under collision. You can prepare a collision detection dataset using this slider and this button here. Once you have done that, you will need to run the collision simulation as well. So it'll take a few minutes to prepare the collision data. What it does is it evaluates the model for the robot and all of the surrounding elements. The collision data set is then put through a series of motions, and obviously it registers when there's an intersection there, and it keeps track of what that range of motion is. This process, as I say, takes a few minutes, absolutely worth doing though. Last thing you want to do is break your expensive kit just because we didn't go through the collision detection systems. Beyond that, the standard setup applies. It's everything as normal. So this particular setup here is the one that I have access to, and this is the one that I'll be using for the rest of the video. In the next video, we're going to take a look at our first operation setup.